welcome back to the vlog. In this episode, we are looking for a gown. That's right, a gown. So come with me. Valentine's Day Gala shopping is what we're going to be doing. The weather has warmed up. I have 3 days. That is 3 days.
3 days. Got that? 3 days.
To transform myself from head to toe. And most importantly, find the gown. Because it all has to be right. You can't have the gown, but then you don't have the other stuff. Your nails not done, your hair not done. And then you can't have all that done. And then you have like a frumpy gown that doesn't complement your body style or your body type. So you gotta have both. So come with me as we're going to start with the cheapest places first. This is last minute. Sometimes they have amazing things on the rack. So we're going to start with the places where you can get the best deals first. And that's what I'm doing. So let's go. I picked the quickest store that I can go in, run in real fast. Hopefully I don't have to go to department stores today, but we will see. The dresses were a no, but I was happy to see all of these deals on healthy grains and rolled oats and these bloom packages, which are like healthy superfood greens that are typically really expensive elsewhere. I decided to get those. That was the best thing I saw in the store that day. Okay, so no luck, which means your girl is headed to the department store for a gown. So let's go. Boop. So another busy day. I am actually walking to class again. It is really windy and I think it's trying to snow, and I'm like, please, please no, please, please no. I am about 15 minutes early. I've been lately coming into class right on time, and somebody has been taking my seat. Now, granted, we don't have assigned seatings, but there's a seat that I like, and typically if I'm coming in at 9:30, it's open, but the last 2 classes, somebody's been sitting there. So I wanted to get there early so that I can print my stuff, but also so I can get my seat. I'm just gonna walk around the building because I think it's a little bit quicker. So yes, we are going to class. This class has quite a few writing assignments because it is a journalism course. It is a writing course, and I'm taking this class because it's been a minute since I've taken any media related courses, and so I'm just kind of jumping back into it. This is kind of like a refresher for me because I've already taken similar classes in the past. Anyway, I am about to head in, and then we will focus on the next stops today, because today is going to be a really busy full day as we prepare for the Valentine's Day Gala. So let's go. Next, I went to the writing center to grab photos of homework because due to the snowstorm, my book still hadn't come in yet. On the way out, I saw this book and grabbed a photo so I can add it to my book list. Okay, it is time to go shopping. We've got a Nordstrom's here and a Macy's here. So if we're gonna find anything, today will be the day. Okay, so we have just arrived at the mall, and now I'm gonna head into Macy's first. I don't think JCPenney's will have anything, but I'm not ruling that out. So basically my goal today is hit up all the department stores, see what I can see what I can find. And if I still don't find anything, it's a wrap. I'm choosing one of the dresses I already have, and we'll just have to make it work. But I am hoping I can find something long sleeve because it is cold, and today it just got chilly again. The last 2 days have been kind of warm. Like I felt like I didn't even need this coat, and this is my ski coat. It really keeps me warm whenever we go snowboarding or snow tubing. This is the coat that I usually wear, and I had to break this out this month. The last 2 days I felt like I didn't even need this coat. Today I feel like I need this coat. It's a little windy. The wind chill is definitely doing its thing today, and it's a little cooler. It could possibly snow because I saw some snow flurries earlier today. The sun has made its way out, so we'll see what happens. But I'm just gonna take the day. I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere else and not shopping in the middle of the day. But I'm gonna run into Macy's. I'll see what they have in JCPenney, and we'll run into Nordstrom, and I'm gonna take you with me while we do it. So let's go. Oh, these are cute. This was a pretty large Macy's, and since I had no luck in the backstage area, I had to navigate to the women's department to see what I could find there. I think this would be the floor. So at this point, after much deliberation, I finally picked a gown with the help of the lady at the front desk, and I headed over to the women's shoe department so that I can find a good shoe to go with the gown. And I started with the discounted racks because that's where you start in the department store and then work your way out. So I started with that section, and then I just started trying on shoes, trying to find the best match for my gown. I'm thinking about these, and then can we see those in the 7.5? This is 7.5, so try this one At this point, some of the shoes that I wanted were not available in my size. Some of them I was just undecided about altogether. I knew that I was going to get at least 2 pair so I wouldn't be in the position I was in last year with my feet hurting. So I'm trying on different ones that are comfortable for the dance floor and which ones I was going to walk in with. And the lady that I was working with was really helpful. I showed her photos of my gown and her feedback was 10 out of 10. I finished up in Macy's. I ended up getting 2 pairs of shoes and I made it close to my budget, which was $100. I was $10 over. I got a black tie evening gown and 2 pairs of shoes for $110. So I tried to stop at the MAC counter at Macy's. However, the MAC lady wasn't there and the other lady who tried to help me did not color match. So I'm just gonna head to Sephora real quick. They do have a MAC store here, but I'm just gonna jump on Sephora real quick and see if I can find what I'm looking for there. Okay, so I'm leaving Sephora. That was kind of a bust. Basically, I appreciate them for keeping it real because what she said was it would actually be a lot cheaper to just come in and have someone do my face than to try to purchase the products that would be needed to do the makeup. It's just cheaper at this point to get a facial. So she said to try Nordstrom. So we are going to Nordstrom after all. I'm just feeling myself.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, go right ahead. I have no qualms whatsoever. Are you wearing any makeup? Okay. I was going to say, yeah. But you do have beautiful skin, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I need to work on it.
Are you ready to take a look, girl?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh. Okay, that does blend very well.
And again,
I wasn't sure what it was gonna look like.
And it's good, buildable coverage too. It's buildable.
Okay.
You can, I mean to full coverage, but like you can make it a little more.
So I have to give a very special shout out to Claire. She was phenomenal at the Nordstroms in Columbia Mall. She was really patient with me and she took her time to show me everything that I wanted to know. She answered all of my questions. She told me stories about, living in New York because that's where she was from originally. And she was just very conversational and very warm. She actually gave me the opposite advice than Sephora, which to Sephora's credit was more than likely accurate for that store. But for what I was trying to do, what Claire advised was go ahead and get the foundational pieces, which is actually cheaper in the long term because I can then apply my own makeup and don't have to rely on a makeup artist to do it. And she promised me that by the end of this makeup session, I would have all the skills that I needed to not only recreate the look, but to practice. And I'll be able to do my own makeup and not have to rely on a makeup artist whenever I have an event that I wanted to go to. So basically, she's showing me everything I need to know in the session to recreate the look for the Valentine's Day Gala and beyond. And in that regard, I agreed that it probably would make more sense to get the foundation, which was my goal when I walked into Sephora. I wanted to buy the makeup myself and do it so I wouldn't have to run around with a makeup appointment on the day of Valentine's Day. And then they suggested it would be cheaper to get my makeup done, which when they told me the prices over at Sephora, I agreed. She was like, you'll be spending like hundreds of dollars on makeup versus a $60 makeup appointment. So I was like, cool. But then after this session, I'm like, all right, I'll just recreate the look myself. And I did not spend hundreds of dollars. I purchased the foundation and the concealer because I had the rest of it at home anyway. I really don't wear a lot of makeup in my day-to-day life, just pretty much the basics. I do know how to apply makeup and do it for special occasions to some degree, but it's really just like a basic pop. One of my goals for this year is to learn how to really do my makeup in a way that helps me achieve the look that I want to achieve without having to go pay for a makeup artist. And so I also felt like this was an investment in self and my self-care and investment in how I want to look and just another level of taking care of me in this next phase of life. Okay, so I have not eaten all day. I have been in the mall for a couple hours now. This is kind of like a soft day look, minus the red lip. I used to be really into makeup and then I wasn't, and now typically if I have an event or something, I get my makeup done, but I'm trying to get into my makeup bag this year and really learn how to do my makeup and how to do it in a way that suits me. I don't want to take 25 steps to do my makeup, which has actually been intimidating, kind of has been a factor in me not getting back into makeup, because I'm like, I don't want to do 25 things to get the look. But this was fairly simple, and I actually think this would be a great daytime look. And putting stuff on my eyes makes me sleepy. Now we're going to go to the grocery store. Since I'm out and I'm right next to one of the ones that I like, we're just going to run into the grocery store real quick. And then we're going to go in the house. And I still have, I don't know if I'm going to have time to get my nails done today, but if not today, I'll get them done in the morning before I go get my hair done. So that way on Saturday, I will literally have nowhere to go. And I'm not going to hold y'all. I have never had my makeup done by a white woman before and liked it. For the most part, only black women have done my makeup. And the one time prior to today that a white woman did do my makeup, I didn't like it and she didn't like it, and she knew. She actually sent me to MAC. That's the first time I ever went to MAC. She didn't, it wasn't, I looked pasty and ashy and all the things. So they have a lot of help now with color match on the phone, and it just kind of gives you a good foundation of where to go with your color. But she says she's been doing this for a very long time, so I guess she's done makeup for everyone. She's from New York, so I think she did a really good job. I think she did a good job. I can just figure out this. This is what I would want to look like every day. This part right here. Anyway.
Checkout 2 is now opening. Please place your items on the belt. Checkout 2, please.
Okay, y'all, so I had really been trying to avoid getting my nails done on the same day as getting my hair done, especially since I had a 1 p.m. hair appointment. So I knew that I had to get there and get there early because it was no way I was going the night before. I did not have an appointment, so I just showed up like around 8:30, and they did not open until 9:30 a.m. Something in me said, give them a call, which I did. And there was a lady in there, and she said, come on in, I'm here. Come to find out, it was the lady who used to do my nails back when I used to get my nails done. I stopped getting my nails done for various reasons, but the main reason was that I wanted to find healthier nail polish, which I've been experimenting with the last year. That's a story for another day. However, this is the lady that I like to do my nails, and she was like, anytime you want to get your nails done early, I am always the first one here. I open up, just let me know. And I was so happy that she got me in and she got me out, and I still had time to make it to my hair appointment. God is good, y'all. And mind you, this is all the day before Valentine's Day. She told me it was going to be packed later. Again, God is good, y'all. God is good. I got the nails done. Boom, bop, bam, bop, boom. I got the nails done. Just something simple. I didn't want to get the tips and all of that. And here's why. I do a lot of stuff, and I move with my hands a lot, and the long nails be getting in my way. I like my nails short. And I tried to get a little design on this finger, but nothing fancy. I just wanted to keep it simple this year, even though this simple still costed muchacha. I didn't realize on the receipts now you can choose 15 or 20%. It's literally like going out to eat, but I understand because everyone needs to get paid, and I always tip, especially in the service industry, because that is their job, that is their livelihood, and they make money off tips. So, and if I were doing it and I put in my work and effort, I would appreciate a really good tip. So I always tip. And I think the standard is you are supposed to tip 20% if you really liked it, of however much your services cost, kind of like food, same thing. So anyway, got the nails done. It doesn't look, I feel like the camera isn't really doing them justice. You can't really see what I got. I basically just got a French mani with black, since that's the color I'm going with for Valentine's Day. Black. And that's pretty much it, just simple. And I got my feet to match. And so now we are going to head to the next stop. I'm hungry. So because we're going to be super early, but I'd rather get on the road now than be like rushing, trying to get there. And like you're coming in the door as your hair appointment is, I hate rushing. I prefer to go to all of my appointments early. So we're going to go, and I'm pretty sure there's eateries around there. So maybe I'll grab like something to eat. So I also took my hair out. As you can see, I would actually wear this on a different day. I was told that I look like I'm straight out the 80s with this hairdo. It's because I had a mohawk braid, like a one braid mohawk thing going back. And so when you take that out, it's just super curly. So we're going to take this hair, and they're going to, I just literally took the braid out this morning. They're going to wash it and all of that for me, which makes my life a little easier. So we're going to wash out the curls, and we'll see what she looks like in a minute. Anyway, I'm hungry. So I'm going to head to the spot to get my hair done. I've actually been seeing this spot all over TikTok, all over social medias. People have been like, you got to check out this spot. You got to check out this spot. And I think they do everything: braids, lock maintenance, weaves. I think they do it all, if I'm not mistaken. So because I've been hearing about them, it's a popular spot in the DMV that I've been hearing. This is where you go to get your hair done. And I see so many people have gone here. I figured I would try them out for this occasion. They accepted me as a last minute booking. So I was like, cool, let go. At this point, I had already spotted where my salon was, and I was looking for food, looking for a spot called Lemon Slice, and could not find it. So I was starting to get annoyed and hangry. All right, this is crazy. So at this point, I don't see the place I'm looking for. I can't believe that the map is that far off, because it told me I arrived like 2 or 3 times. So instead of Lemon Slice, and I called them too, so they said they were next to the Chick-fil-A. They weren't next to the Chick-fil-A. So we're gonna go to Plant Burger. There is also a Whole Foods. So in the event that all else fails, I know some people are boycotting Whole Foods right now, but push come to shove. As a matter of fact, that might be my plan B. I just need something quick. So this is plan C. Whole Foods. See if we can find something in Whole Foods to eat. Okay, so we just left Whole Foods. I am 30 minutes out from my appointment. I still have to get over there and find parking. I don't know how long this is gonna take to do. And I just didn't want to be out here grouchy. So by the time it took me to find a couple things to eat, which came up to $18, I probably would have been better off going to Plant Burger and just getting a meal. At least I could have got some fries. This was like snacks, and I finally, when I was about to give up all hope of walking to the store, like, where are there vegan wraps and stuff? And it is really expensive to eat vegan. I don't care what anyone says. Now, if you're doing raw vegetables and you're cooking everything yourself, but if you're on the go and you didn't prep or don't have time to, it is expensive. But I guess if you go about it the right way. So one of the benefits of going there is I do have a Prime membership. So I did get a few dollars off, but we're gonna walk to the car. I'm gonna head to the hair spot and see if I can find parking over there. If I have a few minutes, I'll sit in the car and eat. If not, my food is coming in with your girl, because I'm hungry and I'm ready to eat something. And it's cold out here and this wind is winding. Okay, so we are still walking to the car. It's like a block away, but it's all good. So I got my food, and basically this little girl stared me down in the store while picking her nose. So I kept trying to look in the opposite direction. And then the way that people actually try to drive on these streets, I just evil-eyed someone that did not see this little boy and his father crossing the street. So I'm ready to get to where I'm supposed to be so I can go home. That's all I want to do for the rest of the day, is be in my house. I do not like really being out running around on Fridays because there's so many extra people out. Anyway. Okay, so let me show y'all what I got real quick. I'm about to run in. I have a little bit of a walk, maybe like a 1-minute walk. I don't like to be late. I'm really hungry and I don't want to go in here hungry. I got some dried jackfruit, ginger lime. I got this vanilla bean smoothie. Thank God nobody hits my car right here. So it's not the best spot. And then I got this vegan falafel wrap, which I'm really excited to eat because it's not like processed meat, it's falafel. So I'm gonna get into this real quick. It looks really green and really healthy. And I'm so excited. Okay. Already. I feel better already. These are the Siete brand, which I like. It's dairy-free, grain-free queso puff snacks made with avocado oil. And they have really clean ingredients, so this is a brand that I really like if I can get the bag open. And I've never had these chips before. I've had some of their other ones, but not these. I love a good crunch, especially when I'm eating a wrap. It's nice and thick. Vanilla bean, never had this before. Plant protein shake. There's not a lot of gunk in here. Almond milk base, propriety protein blend. It's pretty good. $18 grams of protein. So I wanted something that would hold me over for the rest of the afternoon. And let me tell you, this falafel on this wrap is really almost tricking my mind to think it's tuna. I like falafel anyway, but on this wrap with all the ingredients, it's like giving me tuna vibes. I'm gonna eat this real quick and then we're gonna head in. Okay, so I finally think I am done getting ready for anything that needs to be done. Hair done, nails done, all the things. Here's what I think about Beauty by Josey. I'm gonna start off with the pros. First of all, I do like that I was able to make an appointment a week ago. Everyone was friendly. No one was rude. I like that they do take their time to shampoo your hair. And I like the outcome. I think the outcome is really good. What I didn't like, as soon as I walked in, it was crowded and they pulled up the phone number that I booked with and all the things, and they told me they didn't have an appointment for me. I then proceeded to pull up the chain of text messages that started on Monday after I called. and got the prices for the hair, all the things. So from Monday up until today, there have been text messages going back and forth, just me asking questions, preparing myself for today, what to expect, making sure I could do all the things that I needed to do with them. And then the very last question I sent this morning, nobody responded to, which was, can you pay with a card or do you have to have cash? So I feel like for as busy as they are, I'm really surprised that you cannot pay them with cash. You can use Zelle, you can use cash, and if all else fails, you can use Cash App. So I'm just like, I'm not a fan of that. I don't really carry cash around. I do feel like when I called on Monday, somebody should have told me that. It is, though, I did look up their website while I was sitting in the chair waiting. On the website, it does say Zelle or cash, but when I called them on Monday, I had not looked at the website first because I'd seen so many reviews online. So I didn't look up the website. So that one is on me. I should have checked the website and then confirmed when I called. But I do feel like that's something they should tell you. Then when I did ask somebody, he was like, maybe you could use a card. Let me see. Like, I'll let you know. We'll see. And I'm like, then I asked someone else and she was like, no, we don't take cards. So I don't know what he was going to try to do, but it all worked out. It all worked out. I ended up doing Zelle. So I did not like that. The biggest thing that I did not like, I feel like the finished product is awesome. The biggest thing that I don't like is the detangleizing of natural hair. So typically when I go to hair appointments, I will wash my hair and detangle my hair myself because I know that I'm particular about my natural hair care. When it's washed and how I detangleize it, I'm not rough, I do not yank, I'm not pulling. And a lot of times people, especially women, black women, are pulling their hair out in the detangleizing process. They're literally ripping it because they're not detangleizing it properly. It needs to be moisturized and hydrated properly. And when I'm doing it, I'm like consistently putting water on it. I use a proper detangle brush and I detangle my hair. That is not how they did it here. And I have been to other salons that don't detangle like me. Like the last one I go to get my braid, I typically don't have people wash it, but she wanted to wash it because she felt like the oil that I put in my hair after washing was interfering with the style, which I don't know if that was accurate, but nonetheless, she washed it. She did a wonderful job and I was surprised. Here, I feel like she was literally like ripping my hair. She had a brush that was maybe this thick and she was trying to get through my hair with it. And I was like, that is not going to work. Do you have a comb or a detangle brush? So they got me a comb. I literally got up at the sink and started detangleizing with my own fingers because I finger detangle first and then I go in with the detangleizing brush. So I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, but I can just hear the hair being pulled and ripped. And I can literally see, and first of all, it was not properly detangled. You are not supposed to rely on the blow dryer to detangle the hair. Then when you blow dry, you have all these knots and stuff. If you detangle properly, you don't have a bunch of knots. The whole washing and detangleizing process reminded me of being a child and going to people or having people wash my hair that did not know how to really deal with natural hair or detangleize natural hair. That's what it reminded me of. And so I don't know if it's just the person who did mine, but it's the exact reason why I do not entrust people with detangleizing my hair. And I always come in with my hair detangleized, washed, detangleized, and blown dry myself. Now, I'm not saying that everyone struggles with this because some salons don't. I feel like this is basically a place where you can go to get something somewhat quick, kind of fast, and you can get a nice looking finished look. I don't necessarily feel like it's the place I would go to like deeply nourish and they put all the hair vitamins and they condition properly. I don't even know if the girl put conditioner on my hair. I mean, I'm assuming that she did. I know she did wash it. Now, I will give them points. They do wash your hair like 3 times. They detangle while you still have shampoo and stuff in your hair. And I feel like you should detangle with conditioner and something that kind of slicks it, makes it a little bit more slicked. Something with a little more slip. I feel like shampoo doesn't have slip in it, and so when you detangle with a conditioner or detangleizing some type of detangleizing ointment or detangleizing concoction that has some slip in it, then you can detangleize a little easier as well, which is why I always detangleize with a product with some slip or some conditioner, or I'll add like some aloe, or I'll add like a type of oil or whatever in my detangling process. And I also add lots of water. At home, I will even detanglize with vinegar, which for some reason, vinegar really seems to help detanglize my hair. I don't know why, but it detangles well. So maybe I'll show the process of how I detanglize my hair so people can see what I'm talking about. But so yeah, I did not love that process. I could tell by the way they blew it out. First of all, I did not like the way they blew it out. I'm like, did she put any heat protecting on my hair? It made me feel like if I were to ever come here for a wash again, I actually didn't mind the wash. It was detangling after. I would probably have to bring my own detangling brush and my own products and my own heat protectant, because I don't feel like they did all of that stuff. That being said, the actual style and the way that they did the hair and all the things came out nice. I'm happy with it. But and it's been a long time since I had my hair done in this type of way, in this way. I'm so used to not waiting when I have hair appointments, because I feel like everyone's gotten really good about when you at least the places that I go to, when you schedule a time to come in, they like, you're not even 10 minutes, you're already in the chair. I did wait a while to get into the chair, and they really tried to like get me to come back, and I was like, no, I had an appointment for today. It's not my fault if somebody didn't write it down. I didn't say it like that, but I showed them the text chain, and they were like, okay, please have a seat. Yeah. And I didn't come all the way out here just to turn around and go back and come back. Like one lady was like, I'll be back in 4 or 5. No, that would have just been coming back now. And it's still a crowd full of people in there getting their hair done for Valentine's Day. So no. I haven't been in a salon that was packed like that in years. It reminded me of like my salon days, because I don't be doing salons like that these days. It's not really my thing. I kind of stay away from the salon, or I schedule appointments where I know they'll get me at places where I know they'll get me. I go to places that don't take long, or I get styles that don't take long. So this was my first time in years, like sitting in a crowded salon of women, because for a long period of time waiting on my hair to get done. Like I typically don't do that anymore. So big question, would I come back? Would I return to Beauty by Josey? I would. Here's what I would do if I were to come back. One, I would come in with my hair already washed and detangled, because like I said, when they blew it out, I could already see some of the breakage from the improper detangling. I could see it. What I would probably do is wash, detangle myself, and my hair would come in, it would just be blown out. I would be ready to sit in a chair, get braided, and get sewn in, because this is a sew-in weave. My real hair is not as long as this yet, but it will be. My real hair, you guys have seen my real hair. It's been out. They thought when I came in that the curls were fake. They were like, oh, is all of that your real hair? And I was like, yeah. So I just feel like if you really want hair growth, you got to take care of your hair. This is like whenever I've gotten weaves in the past, my hair would just grow really long. The length that it is today is not a result of weave, because I literally have not worn a weave in like 10 years. This is the first time I've worn a weave in 10 plus years. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. So I got it because I really wanted to get back to, I feel like a weave paired with the ointments and things that I create for my scalp now, I feel like I could come up with something really good, like a really healthy regimen for my hair to give it a break from heats or braids or whatever. And something that's like lower tension. They did not put a net on, so I do have access to my scalp. So when I wash it, I can have access to put ointments and stuff on it. So I love that. They charge a lot less than most of the people in this area charge, simply for the sew-in alone, honey. The hair is pricey. I probably would never buy hair from here again. I would just source my own hair moving forward if I decide to continue this, which I probably will, because I like My goal this year is probably going to be to keep my natural hair braided as much as possible. And I feel like a weave allows me to do that. And you can properly take care of your weave. You can still get to your scalp, wash it. At least I do. That's what I used to do when I had a weave. So I will be exploring other places in the area that can do weaves in the DMV. So I'll keep y'all posted on that if that's something anybody wants to know from me. But that's what I think about Beauty by Josey. So I'm not sure what these guys are doing, but they not, I don't know. There's some weird guys walking around with masks. I don't know. It's like 3 dudes right here. And I don't know what they're doing. For context, there were 3 guys circling the car in front of mine, looking inside of it, checking out the tags, and so I left. I do not love this Silver Spring traffic at all. At all, baby.
California Road Northwest.
Because now I'm literally in DC and about to make a U-turn back into Silver Spring. That's literally what's happening.
At the light, turn left.
24 hours later. Okay, y'all, it is time. It is the day of, and it's time to do this. I got half my lashes on, the other half isn't. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like, the finishing touches. So let's go. Y'all, I ain't never contoured nothing in my life, okay? This is not the night to be experimenting with contour, but your girl is about to try it. So we're gonna see how this turns out. It was giving Morticia Adams, y'all. At this point, the band was done warming up. I changed my shoes because I was about to party. One of DC's faves, the Backyard Go-Go Band, was there. If you know, you know.
What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day. Yeah.
It was a lot of prep work, but I had a great time, a lot of fun, and you only get one moment in time, and I just wanted to live this one to the fullest. I had a great time. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.